Finally, yes. Because this episode was good doesn't change the fact that this season still completely sucks.
Carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more.
Supernatural Season 10, Episode 14, The Executioner's Song. God, I hope this is a step in the right direction. Warning, this is a spoiler video. So in this episode of Supernatural, Cain comes back. Finally! Somebody who's actually a good character and a good actor comes back for Supernatural. None of this stupid bullshit. So in this episode, Sam and Dean learn that Cain has kidnapped a serial killer from jail named Tommy Tolliver. Kind of a weird name. But at the same time, Cass has discovered the graves of the victims that Cain has killed. And then Cain comes back and confronts Cass and is like, yeah, I'm slaughtering my descendants. I'm under the mark of Cain again. He's telling this to Cass because he's like, I believe my bloodline is tainted. In order to stop Cain, Dean calls Crowley and lies to him, saying that he needs the first blade to kill Cain, which that part is true, but the part he lies to Crowley about is the fact that he says that Cain wants Crowley dead. When Crowley hears this, he blows off his mother Rowena, you know, that stupid redhead chick. Yeah, she sucks. He blows her off. He disregards her wish to have him kill a witch of the Grand Coven in order to go help the Winchesters kill Cain. Come on, you're with me on that, right? You'd watch him kill Cain over a fucking witch? Seriously, I'd watch that any day. So Crowley goes with them and Cass goes with them, so the four super friends form a devil's trap to trap Cain. Cain arrives because his next victim is a 12-year-old boy, but we find out that the devil's trap is like a mystical symbol that binds his power. Dean then confronts Cain, who tells Dean that there is no cure for the mark of Cain. There's no cure for the mark, and the only way to deal with it is to give in to its power. So Dean and Cain fight, but Dean loses as he holds back his fear of losing his humanity. But during the fight, Dean gets the upper hand and asks Cain if he's gonna give up killing again. Cain tells Dean no, and then Dean kills him with the fear that there is now no way out for him. He ends up managing to control himself under the influence of the mark of Cain, but there is a twist of events. He gives the first blade to Cass instead of Crowley, like he promised before, and Crowley's wicked shocked. And then Rowena has to come back into the picture and tell Crowley that he is no longer the king of hell and he's pretty much the Winchester's bitch. The final scene of the episode shows that while Sam believes that Dean could kill Cain without losing his humanity, he tells Cass, he's like, yeah, Dean's in deep-ass trouble. Yeah, so that's pretty much the episode. Spoilers galore. I'm sorry about that. I don't usually do spoiler videos, but this one I was excited after I saw this episode. However, there were a few flaws in this episode. One of the flaws, stupid-ass Rowena. Seriously, you know my beef for Rowena. I don't like her. She's not a good character. She's just shoehorned into the show to please the fangirls. The thing about her, though, is that I'll try and be brief. The thing about her that I don't think the writers really realize is that she's not menacing. She doesn't have an overall goal. The only things that she's really done has just been sit there and talk to Crowley. She hasn't done anything. Even if she did something, I probably still would not like her, but at least she'd be a little bit more interesting than she is right now. And then another problem that goes along with her character happens in this episode. First, she's got to tell Crowley that he's got to kill a witch of the Grand Coven, and Crowley's not like, nah, fuck you, I'm going to go help the Winchesters. Quite frankly, I would too, because helping the Winchesters kill Cain is more interesting than killing a witch from the Grand Coven. So yeah, he helps them with that, then he comes back and she's talking to him, she's like, yeah, you're just their lapdog, you're their bitch, you're not the king of hell anymore. And to me, I'm just like, if that's something that she means metaphorically, okay. Still kind of have a problem with it, but it's okay. But if that is the way it is, like if he is no longer the king of hell, if that ends up being true, then fuck her. I fucking hate that character now. More than I had before. Like, if she actually means that he is not the king of hell anymore, and it's not a metaphor, then it's like, seriously, where does she have the power to do that? How does she have the power to say that he is not the king of hell anymore? If you're gonna do that, bring back Lucifer. Have him reclaim the throne. Have him and Crowley duke it out between the throne of hell. Have him come back and kill Rowena and then send her body up Schitt's Creek. And the whole him going to kill a witch for the Grand Coven, that's stupid. I don't even want to get into that. Why witches? I don't know. Writers think they gotta rip off everything now, but I just don't get the whole witch thing. Another problem that I had with this episode was the fact that the intro kinda didn't set the vibe of the episode up very well. The vibe that I got was just like, no! The promos look so promising, it happened again! This episode is gonna suck! Again! Because the whole intro is Cain breaking into a prison and killing a serial killer. I'm just like, a prison? Really? The dude's already got 25 to life, probably. He's gonna die in prison anyway. Just let the dude be. Or kill him once he gets out of prison. But that kind of triggered a question for me, because the thing that I don't really remember about Cain from Season 9 is the fact that are his targets actually, like, picked, or does he just find a name, Google a name, and just, hey, I want to kill that dude today. I don't really know if he's got, like, designated targets or if he just kills whoever he wants to. I think they might have said that back in Season 9. They might not have. I don't really remember. Season 9 wasn't very memorable either. However, the episode does fix itself to be the best episode of the season. Yeah, mark this day. I said that this is the best episode of Season 10. Mark this on your calendar. Step aside, Reichenbach, fanfiction, and Ask Jeeves. There is a new king of the Season 10 episodes, and it is the Executioner song. And honestly, here is why. The driving force of this episode is good emotion, good drama, and good content. Something just every episode, even the 3 good ones that I liked, and, well, decent episodes, I guess. They're not all good, but even those ones that I thought were decent or good weren't that heavy on the emotional content or the drama content or whatever the first one was that I said. I forget. It seemed like those, like, had the drama and had some content, but it was still a joke to them. It was like, yeah, the emotion's not there. We're just gonna throw funny one-liners at everybody because that's what everybody wants to see. This episode knew what it had to do. It needed to be the driving force to get Season 10 back on track. Maybe this will start like that 3-episode arc. You know, that 3-episode arc in like Season 9, like Firstborn, Road Trip, and the one after Road Trip, can't remember the name. Those were honestly the 3 best episodes of Season 9. Maybe we've hit that point with Season 10. Highly doubt it, but seriously, this episode takes itself seriously. There's no jokes thrown in here. I didn't even laugh once. If there were jokes, they weren't funny. I didn't pick up on any, though. There were no jokes. It was all serious. The emotion was there, and the content was there. I actually felt bad for these characters for, like, the first time in, like, almost a year. When Dean kills Cain, I'm just like, yeah, I feel you, buddy. I feel it now because this episode's actually doing the shit right. Yeah. Heavy. It's a hard one. Hang in there, bud. And there's actually a throwdown in this episode, and it's the throwdown between Dean and I was going to say Dean and Sam, and then I was going to say Dean and the Mark of Cain, but that's not true. It's Dean and Cain. The throwdown between Dean and Cain is one of the coolest fights to happen on this show in quite a while. Cain's just like kicking him, he's punching him, he's like resisting the first blade. He's telling Dean pretty much that he's like, yeah, you're an idiot trying to kill me. Just give in to the power of the Mark of Cain because there is no cure, Dean. You're gonna have to live with this forever. And it was like, at that point, it's like, I saw Dean actually kind of like fear Cain. He went up against Cain and he actually looked like he was like scared. I was like, that is classic. That is classic Supernatural. He actually looks like he's scared. He had this look of fear in his eyes. He's like, holy shit, I'm going up against Cain. I hope I don't die again. And the guy who plays Cain, dude, that guy kills it. He's a great actor. He delivers his lines really well. There's no, like, stupid moments with him. He's actually menacing. I swear to God, if he was Metatron, I'd be like, yeah, I'm afraid of this guy. No, Metatron's still a stupid, nerdy self, but I'm glad that this guy is Cain because, yeah, I'd be like, Dean, if I had to fight Cain, I wouldn't want to fight Cain, would you? Even with the first blade, because the first blade can kill Cain. It's like, seriously, you still might lose, and Dean almost did lose. I like the dude's acting talent. He adds that added emotion of fear, which hasn't been on the show for a while, and that is good. The only thing is that Cain's now dead, and that was kind of the most interesting thing that kind of happened this season, is like, yeah, Cain comes back. I was like, oh, that's interesting, and now he's gone. I'm just like, oh. That's not that interesting. Honestly, if there's one way to describe this episode, it's a mid-season finale without the cliffhanger. Rewind to episode 9, take the things we left behind out of the equation, get rid of that stupid Cass and Claire plotline that somehow came out of nowhere and they think people care about again. Take that stupid plotline, take the stupid Dean has PTSD plotline, Throw those out the window, replace this episode with that episode, and that episode doesn't exist anymore, and there, boom! This is your mid-season finale. Sets up the second half of the season. Don't know why they didn't think of that until now. Instead, it's episode 14. Let the main plot of season 10 begin on episode 14, just like it did in season 8, when it began on episode 16. So the Executioner song is a great episode. It had a couple of flaws, sure, but it ends up being the best episode of season 10 so far. It's heavy on drama, it's heavy on content, it's heavy on emotions. It gives that feel of like a classic Supernatural episode, and it pretty much shows you that this could have been the mid-season finale. With that, I will say the Executioner song, I was gonna give it the no drugs or use of influence of drugs needed rating, but I kind of want to give an episode of season 10 a better rating, and I can't really give it a buy on Blu-ray rating because this is an episode, not a movie. So I will go the extra mile. I'm not going to say that this episode is excelente because there are a couple of flaws in this episode, but I will go as far as saying that this episode is the best of season 10 so far, and that it gets an 8.5 out of 10. Apparently I do numerical ratings now. I should just do that for the TV episodes, I guess. I do it for my music reviews. I should do it for these. These aren't movies. So yes, new rating, 8.5. That's what IGN gave this episode, but they give it every episode like an 8.5. So, but yeah, 8.5 for me. So what'd you guys think of last night's Supernatural episode, the Executioner song? I thought it was great, so finally, I thought an episode was great. Whatever you thought, drop me some feedback in the comment section below. And for more reviews and news on movies, music, video games, and TV shows, hit the subscribe button, and welcome.